I read the entire transcript of this conversation that Trump had with Zelensky. There was no quid pro quo, but Joe Biden did do that and bragged about withholding $1 billion from Ukraine if they didn't fire the prosecutor in this case.
One mic, one voice.
There seems to be a gap. I concur with the president that there is a coup ongoing, and it's directed, and it comes from London. The British House of Lords said that the special relationship between the U.S. and Britain would not survive a second term of Trump. Pelosi didn't support impeachment until she met with Mark Carney, the head of the Bank of England, and I don't know what.
Hold on, sorry. All right, whoa. Okay.
I'll stop when my 2 minutes are up.
We're going to go ahead and go back to the person who was called.
No, it's okay. We can defuse. So we'll defuse. One thing that I just want to say is, like, I just want to make sure that we respect process, because very often when we disrespect process, the people who are disrespected by that process are the people who are always marginalized. And so I just want to name that. I don't want to silence your concern. I am not here to say we're only going to listen to people we agree with. So I want to name that. I'm going to take this question and I'm going to come back and I'm going to respond to what you have to say, okay?
Always a lady, Alex.
Thank you. Please. What I would say and what I would encourage people to do is to, you and I clearly have different takes on this issue. So I'm going to name that. I'm not going to try to tell you you're wrong or anything like that. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to invite everyone to actually read the transcript and come to your conclusion. To me, when someone says, I need you to do me a favor, though, and then that favor is to investigate a political opponent, and then you connect that person to your personal attorney and the domestic attorney general, we're not talking about a foreign secretary, that to me is a crime. And again, we may disagree, and that's totally fine, but that's why I invite our constituents, read it yourself, come to your own conclusion. But I've heard from our community.
A bunch of Nazis in power in Ukraine. The United States under Obama ran a coup in Ukraine where people waving swastikas.
Again, and I'd say I'd invite everyone to do the research.
And that's a crime that should be investigated.
And I'd say I'd invite everyone I'd invite everyone to look into it, etc. We can all come to our conclusions. As the Congresswoman for this district, I have heard loud and clear from the majority of our constituents where we stand on this issue, and my job is to follow that in good and full faith.